Yep. Welcome, everyone. You are at the gathering point where we are trying a new technique. And that's why we say we're trying it, because what we're looking for, someone called it the spaghetti technique.
They did?
Yeah.
Look at that.
And I think that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these layers and lines in the pieces, like, that you're going to want to cut it, not drip the hot ball first. So we're going to cut it so it kind of starts getting a line in it. Okay, cut it and then cut off a knob and then let it
So
drip.
you got a little stringer going down in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Now drip it in. So what I'm looking for is to get layers, not like a full blob. And Jake's going for the full blob. But the idea was, like, I'm trying to think, like, if you did a spaghetti casserole and it was in the oven.
Give me a little snippage. Sure.
But when I pick the warmer upper and what the techniques of glass are, everyone looks at me like I'm from the moon and can't figure out what I'm talking about. So that's what we get, ladies
That's
and
moon
gentlemen.
glass right there, certified.
Well, that's what I was looking for, but the thing was in the square. So when you pulled it out, it would have like these layers in it. Does that make sense?
It kind of does. It's like,
think of like if you made
if you were going to pour a chocolate into a mold.
And then you baked spaghetti.
And
How
then
you
you
would
baked
have
it?
all the lines in it.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Is our LED still not working?
We're not turning it on yet.
Oh.
All right, welcome everyone. You're at the gathering point. We got Jake in the orange shirt, Matt in the, I don't know, maybe brownish shirt. What do we call that color?
Gray.
Tell us where you're watching from.
Right here, right now.
Where's right here?
Dearborn, Michigan. This is the gathering point. This is show number 269. That's pretty insane, especially considering everything that one might be able to consider.
Okay. I have no idea. All right, this is Chris, and he started our main piece. We always do something in the beginning that's just kind of silly or goofy, or just to get started so that people have time to come to the table.
Just don't want this to explode in Bess's face.
I appreciate that.
I got you, Bess.
Ah, there we go.
Cool.
There we go.
Pretty
Roller
cool
coaster.
looking.
Looks like one of those marble situations.
I like it.
The one behind it looks like a dinosaur skull. All right, the show tonight is goblets and drinkware, all kinds of different styles. Starting out the show for our Loyalty League members. The Loyalty League did open up again. We're doing this an opening every 4 months because we make a special glass piece that we send out to our members every 4 months. This is a specialty item that they get only if they're a Loyalty League member.
It's
only
super
available if you are in the membership. And later today we're going to post that link so you guys can join us if you're interested in being a member. We also have the Star Supporter level that's always open, and the link will be on our YouTube and Facebook pages.
And so this piece that Chris is starting up right here is going to have very much so something to do with the Loyalty League membership.
There's a cold Marini on the shelf right by the, grab it so Jake can show them.
And this is that membership that we're talking about. It's open for just a week. This is our highest tier membership that we've introduced. First pick at a lot of products, some very cool, exciting things, thank you, sir, including the first run of our collectible 4 times a year for each new group that joins and is a part of the membership. You see here on the side, the LED really would be nice for this if we wanted to turn it on.
It's super bright.
Bess, can you turn it on?
I can attempt, yes.
See the number 1 there. This is the first run of a collectible Marini. And there's many things about this that we love, including the serious polish it's came down to, but we're about to make the first piece with these Marinis.
All right.
Okay, below. Keep going.
Whoops. Let me start that over. My mic was not on.
Good.
We did a viral video, and the question that we got a lot, is it really necessary to have that other person blowing down the pipe? And the answer is an astounding
Below.
yes. By Matt blowing through the pipe while Chris is working the glass here, he's able to see exactly the size and shape of the glass, making sure the shape is exactly what he wants.
What color do we got there?
We've got a really beautiful copper blue. This gorgeous looking electric blue.
Kind of like this chalk. So then if we're using this piece of Marini in some sort of way in this piece that's about to go down, collectible members item, that's going to be our trifecta of color. A deep purple, an electric green, and an electric blue.
Didn't you?
Below.
The Italian style of glass blowing is a team effort.
Good.
So when Matt blows down the pipe, it really allows Chris to look at the bottom and see the shape and size of the piece.
All right, we're going to do an Ovolio.
And now there's a bunch of additions that are going to come onto this piece.
Yes, please.
I'm noticing just by me watching from afar without knowing Chris's exact plan for this Loyalty League goblet that the last move he just did there, he got the optics in there, he blew it out to be a perfect round sphere, and then he took the back of the tool and he squished on the bubble and really shortened up the bubble. I got the paddle.
For those of you hopping on to YouTube right now,
1 minute.
yes, we are aware Facebook is not showing all of
One
you the
sec.
video, and I appreciate that you've hopped over
Okay,
to
on.
YouTube. Sam is
Press
working in
hard.
the background, as am I, on it to fix it. So Facebook is coming, but thanks for hopping over
Good.
to YouTube.
All right, a punty.
And so as I was saying, a squattier bubble like that, it's upside down so far, and so we're going to start building the stem along here, and he's actually going to be putting this away once he flips it around somewhere else for a later time when we'll piece the whole goblet up in maybe 10 minutes from now. But by squishing that bubble down and ovalizing it, it means it's going to be a lower, squattier shape of vessel.
So they mentioned it was like a teal color. The reality is it's a blue, and then yellow from the heat is making it look green. So it has like it's a really nice like sea blue, like think Grecian ocean type blue. But right now it's just too hot. It's got too much yellow in it.
So I hope everybody's been doing pretty good out there. Everybody's been having a blast. As you can see on the back of Mac's shirt, this is the Glass Academy, and we stream every single week, and this is the gathering point specifically. But we got a special show tonight where we're going to be collaborating with, last month we did this with your guys' inspiration pieces and made some really cool one-off art pieces. I think most of them were drinkware focused. This week we got our employees and the staff here all submitting super interesting and super inspiring pieces of artwork or anything that inspires them. And so we've got 3 really cool pieces lined up for the show tonight. And I think it's going to be a good one.
It's always fun to see what the staff makes.
Oh yeah. Not everybody blows glass here,
But they're creative.
but people are creative. My
In many
piece is going to
other
be
ways.
based off of something best submitted over here.
Pull it out more.
And so Chris is doing a little surgery on this piece here. He's pulling out the lip of it. You can see the color line there. See if I can get a look at what's actually going on over here. Where he's got just that top half heated. Now he's going to snip that off. It's going to be a thin, delicate, tasty cup top. And remember, that's the copper blue. He's got straight ribs in there.
Following us on Facebook, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. 6:11. We've been started for a few minutes, but that's okay. You didn't miss much. You're right in the middle of the action right now.
Chris is feeling really good about this one, folks. Oh!
What was that about?
Well, that's perfect. For those of you that were on Facebook and are just joining us, I'll give you a quick recap of what's going on. Chris is going to restart this piece. It's the first piece of the day for him jumping into the show. A lot of times you're warmed up, and typically we have a warmer-upper. That was the warmer-upper. He's going to give it another shot here. We're going for our first ever collectible members Marini item.
So the reason that I knocked that off, you guys, is it didn't break off evenly at the neck when I punted it up. It broke off really uneven, and I could have just canned it as soon as it happened, but I tried to save it by pulling it out really far, and you can't do it. It gets too thin. I had already blown it so thin that it wasn't really capable of being saved. I tried to resuscitate it, but it didn't work.
On the bright side, our Facebook is not working.
Nice.
So we worked through those issues. Shout out to Sam for troubleshooting with me. So if you usually watch on both, we do have both platforms up and running now.
So Chris is restarting this. He's blowing up a goblet cup top here to match and to go with our members Marini that was sent out, our Loyalty League member. Super tasty collectible Marini with the number 1 on here somewhere.
I saw
only
it
4
on there.
sides, I swear.
I saw it on there earlier.
Bam. So those were all sent out to the first run of Loyalty League members that joined us. We've got a whole webpage dedicated to what that's all about, how it works, what kind of perks you get, and I highly suggest you guys check that out. But coming along with these Marinis, and the warmer-upper being a piece that's available only to members.
For people who are just getting able to hop on our Facebook stream, can you just kind of give a little recap of what he's working on making right now? We've got a couple people asking.
That's what we're doing here, which is the members Marini piece.
Below?
And it's going to be a goblet. He's going for a second attempt, which you always make a couple changes based on what went wrong in the first attempt. So we're going to see what happens here. One thing I did notice is he went with, so on the Marini here, we've got a light transparent green, we've got a dark transparent purple, and there's a white in there as well. And then Chris went with an electric blue and a different dark green on the bottom of this. So he's going with a couple different colors. So we're going to have 4 colors for this Marini goblet. And this Marini is going to be a part of the stem.
Keep going
it's the
harder.
first time we've tried something like this on the show, having a specific Marini be the portion that you may put your fingers on and hold the goblet with.
Let's do that Evolio again.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. We got Tanya on here. We got Sharon.
What up, Tanya?
We got
gang.
Michael taking a break from his cabin in Michigan.
Woo!
We got Carol. Thank you, Carol. You're always letting us know that you're on the show. Robin's in. Welcome. Tell us where you're from. We are streaming on a different platform again. We're going to give this a go one more time this week.
Drop your back in when you're bringing those back.
Paddle. Yep, on.
Making Matt do the hustle.
There's a lot of hustle in working goblets. When you're working on something at this scale, which is pretty
Judy
tiny.
from Corning. Thank you, Judy. There's lots of glass happening in Corning, so that's always an honor to be featured.
Beautiful. This
Here.
one's coming off.
And they're going to go for the punny, and we've seen this part happen already one time. Do we want to show off the table real quick?
Yes.
Or we want to let them break it, and then while they're reheating it, we show the table?
Nah, we'll get it when they sit down. Because there's lots of goodies here on the table. We've got some color themes while the sun is out. What?
These are all never before
Beautiful,
seen
thank
in the
you.
virtual gallery products. We got a bunch of mugs. Look at this ridiculous one, number 6. And there's a different price range on a couple of these mugs, not in the direction you might be thinking. So I highly suggest you guys, new or old viewers of the show, to take a look at the Glass Academy website, this show, and check out some of these new, ridiculous, thick-bottomed, super slick, classic, functional, amazing mugs, amongst many other one-of-a-kind, super sick pieces.
All right, I feel like we've been at this part before.
And you guys can see now, if you did watch that, I'm going to put this footing tool back in the water, or you want it here still?
Oh, that's good right there.
Okay. You guys can notice the color that changed once that piece cooled down and fell onto the floor. And that cup top probably won't make it. It'll probably crack apart in a little bit here. But it sure doesn't look like what he's working with. Typically that color glows green while it's on the pipe. I've got a mix of copper blue and a little bit of green.
Nice mix of the copper blue and green.
That's right. He's going colorful with this one. Super colorful. And this one's going to be made for sale on show if it
Very
gets in the
likely.
box safe and sound.
That's if. Who wants to
good.
take a gamble? The way you say that makes me think we should gamble on this one. I say there's a
Star supporters, too?
70%
Just
chance
loyalty
he's
limit.
going to make it in the box. Yeah. What are you gambling man? What
Okay,
do
you can
think,
go ahead
sir?
and get that fork.
Minus 150.
That's tasty.
Wait, are those odds?
Yes. That it means that there's a really good chance it's going to make it in the box. A pretty good chance.
All right, Robin's talking about her cabin up north. Robin, we know Robin's next. Her last week is next week. Ellery's going to take over shipping for the summer. Robin's heading up north to her cabin. Into the garage it goes. Robin is our shipping girl.
Shipping queen.
She is.
I believe she's also training our new
Jake, no, Mike.
Yes. Jake's
shipping champion of the Glass Academy. I believe that was a quick catch, Bess. That was nice. She's also training our new gallery champion, who does an amazing job on all the displays and everything going on. And
Let's see if I can
our
like
virtual gallery here
zoom in.
tonight.
That's Amy at the table, and see back in the background. There's Ellery, unsuspecting.
She's going to be doing
Zoom
some
in.
shipping pretty soon, but maybe while they figure that out, I could show off one or two more of my favorite ones. The table goes live at 6:30, so we still got about 15 minutes. This one, with that basket weave feather technique, black and pink. I know some people that are into the black and pink vibe. What's your favorite one on the table, Mom?
Ooh, well, I always like oranges, but I kind of have to go practical. So I would say, I know, I see you looking at that one.
It's not the one?
It could be
What about
the
this one?
No, that shape I don't like.
But look at this thumb saddle, the first of its kind, the melt-in, perfect leverage, glistening sphere. This one's got aventurine on it, too. This one's out of control.
I don't know. I mean,
Number 14.
well,
Simple
kind
and
of,
classic
because-
with the two-tone purple.
Well, what I like is my beverages. When you put the beverages in, it changes the way it looks. So yeah, I kind of like that. I like seeing what I'm drinking.
I do, too, and I love that thickness in the bottom with the crisp line. You can see the line of color, too. It's a
Hey,
nice
you
one.
know, let me zoom in on the question while we get that
Oh.
early. And you want to pick up the
The giveaway piece?
giveaway. This is last week, so this is this week's question. We'll make the giveaway the last part of the show, but this is last week's.
And John, if you're watching, we've got a custom order inspired off this particular design of champagne flute. This is going to be the giveaway for this week. Someone's getting it for free, and they're probably going to have to use it. And we're going to be making a custom order set for a wedding coming up here pretty soon as well. And that's always an option if anybody's interested in wedding gifts, personal gifts, purchases.
Yeah, we were talking about Temu last week. And the cool thing about our stuff is there's no manufacturing issues, there's no shipping issues. Everything is handmade one at a time in our studio.
It looks like it went on pretty nice.
It did go on really nice. All right.
One thing to think about is the table's a great opportunity to grab a last-minute Father's Day gift that's coming up.
Darn right. We got a Father's Day happy hour coming up, not this Thursday, not the next Thursday. I think it's the 16th. Happy hour, Father's Day happy hour. Something like that.
18th.
18th. It's one of those numbers. 13th. That's a pretty cool option for any fathers that are local here.
We've also got a couple of classes coming up this weekend. We've still got some openings for if anybody's interested in hopping in one of our other classes. This Saturday, June 1st, we've still got some openings at 11:30, 12:30, and 2 for our beginner meditation globe class. We've also got some openings on June 2nd, which is the day after, Sunday, 11:30 and 12:30. We've got 4 openings there each. So if you've got a group of family or friends, you guys want to find something fun to do, we've got our mushroom class, which is one of my favorite classes.
Mm-hmm. A lot of familiar names. Nice to see everybody here tonight. It's been beautiful weather. I hope you guys had a great Memorial weekend. Let us know in the chat if you guys did anything exciting, got out, grilled a little bit, remembered all the fallen soldiers and amazing people
PBS had a
of
really
our
nice
country.
special on.
Yep.
That was fun to watch that. A lot of good singers.
You get to see the focus these guys have and the precision they're working on to make this a really tight piece.
I did a lot of driving this weekend.
That's very American of you.
Thank you. I was in Canada, though.
Oh,
You were in Canada?
I drove from
you're
here
right.
to Toronto, then to Buffalo, then back here.
that's a serious situation. As long as you got a good podcast or two.
This is Beth. She's our tech person. Actually, she does lots of other stuff, but here's all our tech shenanigans going on. A shout out to Sam. I know she's watching the show. Thank you, Sam.
Already working magic behind the scenes as always. If you guys have questions, comments, I am monitoring our comments on both Facebook and YouTube streams, and I will read them off. So if you have a question, don't be shy.
As if we talk over each other, it's hard to know sometimes when the glass blowers are going to talk, and they don't always hear us.
His mic's not on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now comes a pretty important and a pretty precise move as well. Matt's queued up a really perfectly sized gather where he's got 2 coats of the same color as the top of the glass. And Chris is going to drop this on over top. And they're putting it on as hot and symmetrical, which is a ratio of the two. The hotter it gets, the harder it is to keep it symmetrical. He drops that on right off the bottom on there perfectly nice. And he's going to give it the pat, 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 and the squish, squish, squish. Oh, yeah.
What if we did a whole video series where we just like squashed feet on? Boom, 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 boom.
It'd be a good series. So that's looking really good. And you see that Members Marini right on the front side of that Avolio. It's going to be sitting like this, and you could grab it to drink with it, or you could not. But maybe I grab it like that and keep your fingers off the polished side. I don't know. It's up to whoever gets it. And again, this is a Loyalty League perk. you get the option to purchase the first piece of the show, and of course, with our new membership opening up for the next 4-month stint of this membership, and up until in September, we send out our Marini number 2 that we're going to continue to do for as long as we can.
Beth, have you put the link? Have you put the link up on the page?
I have the QR code up on the screen right now. If you're interested in joining our loyalty league, registration's not open all the time, but it is open right now. So if it's something you were thinking about before, didn't end up doing it, it is back open, but it's only open for a limited amount of time.
We did already get a couple sign-ups here tonight, which is super cool. We know that we've just started it. This is the first time we're working this membership, so we're still working out all the kinks and getting the timing down perfectly right, and also getting feedback from you guys on what you like and what you're looking for. I know everyone just got a 30% off coupon a few days ago, and some people used it, some people didn't. So we're listening to what you guys want. We're tweaking it. We're making growth steps. But for now, for this week, starting today, the membership opens again.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're just heating up the top of it. Jake's gonna bring me a stickum bit, and then I'll call you over, Matt. Don't move too over into the flames, Matt. Just kind of hang right in the center of that thing up top. You got it. Jake, I'm ready.
All right, let's get it now.
Mary says, where is Sophietta? She is hanging out in the office right now.
Come on over, Matt.
We may
in
bring
a
her
second.
up for some housekeeping a little later. She's already getting bigger, already getting fluffier.
Yep.
Watch this move, folks. He preheated the tweezers there with the extra bit of glass I brought over. He's giving it a little torch itch. Matt's coming over below the glass with a steady hand. Chris grabs it with warm tweezers, and it sticks perfectly on the Marini. And those 3 seconds right when he went in the hole are the moment of breath holding to see if that cup top's ready.
You were holding your breath.
And we're doing good. Look at that.
Our table goes live in 2 minutes, so if you were interested in any of those beautiful pieces, get your fast fingers ready. I will post the link in the chat when they do go live.
So I'd be curious to hear in the chat from both Facebook and YouTube, that number 1 is either wetted out or it's on one of the 2 sides that have the Avolios on them. So being that it's the first collectible Marini of the membership, do you guys find it valuable to have that number 1 rescribed on the side of the goblet, or would we scribe it on the bottom of the piece with the gathering point and the show number and very likely the name Loyalty League member, something like that? Would you guys like to see number 1 on the Marini itself, like the one you have in the mail, or on the bottom of the piece? And those of you that aren't members too, chime in and let us know what you would prefer, because that's just valuable information.
Pretty sweet looking.
I mean, there's value to both. I like underneath.
All right, you're going to get that
how
fork.
Most pieces are
I'll
signed.
knock it off on the knockoff table, and we'll put it away with the fork, and we'll stamp the bottom of it, Jake.
Say that again?
Should we stamp the bottom of it, or should we?
I think we should be just signing it. I wouldn't worry about stamping it.
If you sign the Marini, it's also a conversation piece. You know what I mean?
Was I mistaken in thinking that a 30% coupon went out to
Star supporters?
the Star supporters? That's what it was. I believe that was at the same time as the Marini being sent out
All right,
to the Loyalty League members. Look at that. Proportions are incredible. So now we just got to hold our breath, folks. We're going to get it off of the pipe. I got a couple votes on Facebook for bottom. Few votes for bottom. Anything on YouTube?
If you see Matt, he's got like a pipe in his hand. And this is a pipe that can hold on to the bottom of the goblet. It's got, we call it a fork. It's got 2 legs to it.
Holy son of a gun.
Gentle, take your time, you got it.
Bottom right, I'd say.
All right, that was the nail biter, folks, because it didn't want to come off at first, but it did come off.
Why'd you switch to the wood? What do you think about that, folks?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Why do you think I switched from hitting it with the tweezers to hitting it with the wood? I was hitting it pretty good with the tweezers for a while, but it started to get me a little scared because it wasn't coming off real easy. So, I guess, should I tell them?
We could get some action in the chat, but you could also just tell them, yeah.
I mean, I switched over to the wood because I knew I needed to hit it a little bit harder. And if I knew I had to hit it a little bit harder, I didn't want to put as much of a sharp, hardcore smack into it with the metal, so I used the wood, which is a little bit looser, more vibration. That's the way it kind of goes when you're knocking that stuff off. But that piece turned out unbelievable. I loved it. The matching green and copper blue top and bottom ties in with the colors that are in the Marini. Yeah. It's a gorgeous looking piece. That piece is going to be up for sale for just the Loyalty League folks.
That's right, and we're going to put it up for sale online, and we're going to, like I was just saying, learn what you guys are into and grow this process through all the next additional Marinis that are sent out quarterly throughout the year. So maybe you guys love the idea of a goblet. Maybe next time you want us to make a much bigger piece, a vase with a bunch of them all over it. It could be anything. So we're going to get your feedback. But for now, that was a ridiculous, beautiful piece to start on, and we'll get it on the website, and you guys will be notified.
Yeah, and I did want to mention that, aren't these pretty collectible? There's only a limited supply of that first Marini.
Yeah, we did one pull. They were all identical because they were chopped off the same bar of Marini there.
Yeah.
And we only have a few left after sending them out the perfect amount out to all of our members.
Yeah, that's why we want to create a collectible, cool piece. That's the first one, and it'll be signed the first one of that collector's series. So,
yep.
All right, well, we're moving on to the next, next action.
So
there she is.
Beth, could you put up Sam's piece? The website is live now if you're interested in any of these beauties. But we're going to
show off one more real quick as you talk.
Picture of the inspiration that I'm going to work from.
Leafy special. All right.
All right, so this is on the screen. Sam said it was laser cut. She did a variety of lasers. That was pretty quick. Hope you caught it.
It disappeared.
Still up on my screen.
There it is.
Oh,
it
just slowly enters the screen. It's amazing.
All right, so I'm doing...
don't give them the double screen.
They might not come back if we go that deep.
Heavy duty.
My drawing is here.
Oh, we got our beautiful drawing right here. Michelle drew this up just about 10 minutes ago.
So I cannot, what I did was I could do this. I can't do the whole thing, so I took inspiration from these guys here. So this is clear. This is white with pink, because we don't have a really like neon pink like she had in it. Clear. This is a blue, actually, I think it's a purple, but I grabbed the wrong chalk.
Purple.
We're gonna put an Evolio on it. I'm gonna squash it flat. So this is actually flat, not three-dimensional. Squash it flat, put an Evolio on it. Then I'm gonna hand it off to one of the guys, and they're gonna do this fancy thing, which is like these right here. Right, see that interpretation? And if I look at the mug, it will be similar to this technique. See how that works?
I like it.
I like very much.
Everyone understand?
Very much.
Very nice, very nice. Okay.
So did we already talk about where all the designs that we are inspired by of the piece we're making came about, Jake?
Not really.
Well, what exactly is going on around here, Matt?
Well, I think that, the employees got some talent in them, and they submitted some more work for us to take inspiration out of, so we can create some pieces.
Yeah, and he's saying that the employees submitted it this time because last month we had the members, both Star Supporter and Loyalty League, we sent out an email and said, send in some inspiration, whether it's artwork that you've made yourself, whether it's a poem that you really love and enjoy, or whether it's your big toe.
That's my line, buddy. That's my line.
Well, the Glass Academy addicts know all about...
One of these.
If you guys are a part of our Facebook group on Facebook, 600 plus members, and it's a member supported group.
bit?
There was a little bit of big toe talk
Do
this
one
past week.
We did make a big toe, ogre toe
Oh, man.
goblet, remember, out at the Renaissance Festival? Goodness.
That was a nightmare piece. We
you
made it
had
like
fun
4
making
times.
that. So Michelle's got a nice gather of some clear crystal on the blowpipe here. She just went into the clear tank. And Matt's got a coating of clear on his punty as well too, so she must have already told him that she wanted some type of a bit. And look, she's in thought, folks. She's thinking about the design, which is super cool. That's one of the greatest things about our show, is that you see all of us here on the Gathering Point in our best times and our worst times. And the worst times are when you make the piece that you're in love with and it falls on the floor and shatters, and that's it. You get to experience that with us when it happens. We hope it doesn't happen very often. But
Has anybody ever cried on the show?
our show?
Yeah.
I think I saw you almost cry once, Jake. That was a pretty nice piece.
Oh, but whether it's tears of joy or tears of sorrow or tears of angst, somebody must have cried over 269 shows.
On
I
our
almost
show,
did.
Let
Tears
the
of
members gotta let
happiness
us know.
on the 100 show or the 200 show. Hey, we are making a timeline, and we need to think about things that were things that would show up in a timeline, right? So, what are the 100 show, the world record? What are the things that would end up on a timeline?
well, we know a few things about the timeline, guys. Remember our old buddy up top who's up there, Mr. Giant Gnome.
Here comes some action here.
I love it. Oh,
Jake, you could start the next one if you want.
Is it about the same size?
No, it's going to be bigger. I actually need clear first.
so this is the color pattern for this lollipop.
Just a thin layer of clear. Then, Matt, you want to start the next one? The next one will be the to the right of the pink.
Like this?
Yep,
What color?
just clear. Shape it up. I'm going to go over the pink.
So he's got a pretty good gather here, folks. That's about, I would say, a golf ball size.
I would agree.
Now, it wasn't spherical perfect like a golf ball, but it was the overall mass.
You want it just
of
like
about
that?
a Titleist Pro V.
Yeah. Oh no, I see how
So
it is.
she's
We went
building the
from-
piece, you guys. She's building it. We've
Hockey
got
to
the
golf.
bottom right here. She's got one cool color pattern on, and now Jake's going in with some clear crystal that she's going to want to encase something on. Look at that.
Just look at it.
That's how the glass works, which, I don't know. I've been blowing glass for about 38 years,
See if we can tie it in a knot.
and it still blows my mind, and I'm still addicted to working with it, guys, because
No,
I
to the
love
left
it
of the
that
pink.
much.
and a couple coats.
All right, Matt's going in for some cobalt. Cobalticus.
I think it's a hyacinth.
Oh, it's a purple?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You had a little spot on the end that wasn't coated. There he goes. He knew it. He was going in to take care of that.
Mary says, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
You're
interrupt.
good.
Mary says, I know I cried when I won my cactus and one other time when a piece broke, but I don't remember what it was. So
Nice.
we have had some people cry as a result of our show, Jake. There's your answer. We have.
So clarity, we're starting and we're going around.
Was it people, was it us that was crying, or was it viewers?
As a viewer.
Ah,
Well,
didn't even
now
think
that
about
we got
that.
a set of acrobatic rings in the back of the studio,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
crying the other night, last night, because I was in here by myself doing leg lifts on that thing, and I woke up in the morning and felt like someone gave me about 8 punches to the gut. And I thought I hurt myself, and I was like, oh yeah. I was lifting up some goodness.
That's awesome.
Looking good.
Nice. That's some teamwork right
We
there.
haven't cried.
Teamwork makes the dream work, folks, and you know that.
How's this one getting off the pipe again?
I'm going to trim a little of this.
Look at that.
Nice. Evened it right out. She had a little bit thicker on one side, and that's because when you go to do that bit, Matt's got to hold it up and down so it's dripping off the pipe the entire time. So she started it nice and thin, just how she wanted it. By the time she flipped it, that center of mass had dripped off of Matt's pipe and started coming out a little bit thicker. Typically, for most bits, it's exactly how you want it, but that's a tricky one to put on, having to flip the pipe and wrap it around the other side.
Right.
Making it nice and easy on yourself.
Okay, so that big mold there, will you wipe off the bottom and wipe off the marker?
So
I'm
we're
gonna have
going for
you
the
push down on
squasheroni.
it. I'm ready right now because this is getting a little floppy. Whoops, sorry, Matt.
Amy just gave me the information that the Marini glass is now available for Loyalty League members on that link that they were sent earlier.
I see what you're trying to do.
Now he sees it. And let's do it one more time.
Okay.
So she's going for the ancient technique of El Squashiolo, folks.
Ancient.
Now that comes right out of the glassblowing dictionary. Squashiolo.
You ready,
right.
Jake? We're going to do it one more
I'm
time.
ready.
One more time.
One more
for
time.
the El Squashiolo. Here we go. I'm going to get some of these tools out of the way so you can really
I almost
see what's
folded
going on here.
Nice save.
Dave says there can
Okay,
be
flip.
no crying in glass blowing. I would be weeping constantly on some days I'm blowing glass.
Okay, lovely.
That's a great thing,
Yep.
Dave. And you know, it's so true. It's like there's just some days that
I
My
could,
hands
I
are
could
the
work it.
glass blowing techniques. You need to have somebody open
Sit
those up
down.
from the outside. Her hands can't open the shears up big enough.
Baby hands.
But that's the thing, you know, they've got certain tools. Even Jake's having a hard time getting in there, folks. But there he goes. It's looking good.
Is that what you're talking about?
All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of glass and then a patty. How do I want to do this? So I want to do a bit of glass here to clean that up, and then we're going to punny it again. So, Matt, will you see if there's another, put up another thick punny, and then I'm going to bring you a bit, or you want to bring
Okay.
me a bit?
Are you putting a Volio on that other side, on the moil side, after
Yeah.
you punny it up?
Yeah.
Maybe
All
it's
right.
just a sphere for this one, or do you want an Evolio?
I want an Evolio, and then we'll do the punny on the Evolio. It can be a thick one,
Okay.
because it's when I flip it back, you'll see.
She'll be able to cut it off.
Yeah. So this is just something to hold
Make
it
a punny
real
out of that
stable.
shell?
Well, can we just leave it like that then, or do you want me to?
Flatten it down a little. That's a little wonky. Make it a little more flat, like a nickel.
Like that?
Okay, yeah.
So you
and
guys
make
are
sure I
hearing
can get
them
it
work through this technical process right now.
off the neck. You know what I mean? It's just gonna hold
Which
it
is a
while I
pretty
clean that
cool
up, then
thing.
we're gonna repunny it again.
Okay.
Because I just like a bunch of punnies.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
I think the ironic thing about this piece is that Sam laser cut it, which feels like the most precision you could have on anything.
It's
Like
a really
laser
cool.
cut spirograph.
It's a really cool duality between a laser cut, super colorful piece like that, and then, you know, hand interpreting that laser cut, robotic, and human brain designed piece.
Which I love the robotic stuff, but then that's not possible to make, you know?
Man, I was just listening to a podcast this morning on AI and the world, and it's like we are living in a movie right now. You want it? You
Over
got
on
it?
the left-hand side of the screen, I have up a smaller version of Sam's piece, just as a reminder of what inspired Michelle.
So you're gonna, Jake, you gonna put an Evolio on this?
I think she said she was just cleaning up this side, or are we evolving?
I'm cleaning up this side and then we're doing the blue.
All right.
And
It's gotta be pulled out.
and then we're stitching a stem.
And then flatten again.
And then are we attaching the stem of the lollipop, the handle of the lollipop on?
I should not have used the word lollipop.
Ah, you shouldn't have.
That's where you're getting confused. My mic is
Oh.
on now.
It's just a piece of hard candy?
It has nothing to do with candy. It's a shape.
Oh.
It's a disc.
Okay.
The Loyalty League piece is sold.
All right.
So that's going home to Mary, per Mary in the comments.
Mary, you got a tasty piece. That's a nice goblet you got. That's a beautiful, you can drink anything out of it, but I recommend a little ice cold sangria.
What?
Sangria out of that goblet that just sold. Mary
Who got it? Mary got it?
Yep.
Oh, baby. The Thompson champion. That's
Yep.
Mary Thompson, right?
As soon as I talked about it, she commented that she bought it.
That's awesome.
Was she
That's
the one who broke her ankle?
Yes.
We were talking about last week?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
And
Trying to
broken
get
bones.
to the return key on her computer, probably.
Ouch.
So why am I doing this? I'm just kind of pulling the colors together.
Why are you doing that?
Why am I doing that?
Sometimes when you're streaming and we can't look you all in the face, you've got to
Will you flatten
assume
it again for me?
what you all are wondering. But that's also what the chat bar is for.
Remember not to have that punty on the marver.
Yeah, just the top
Or
half. Just a little bit
yeah.
of the top half. I just wanna. Good. All right. Matt, will you bring
That's a really
me
cool.
a bit, marver it, regular size punny, marver it, about like that.
What's that eye, that blue eye that people wear that has something
The
to do with
evil eye.
something?
Like
The
I
eagle
thought
eye?
it was- I thought it was the
Evil eye?
all
I think it's a
seeking
good thing.
Good eye.
Yeah.
So it's
Not
evil?
the evil.
No.
It's to keep the evil away, they wear
Yes.
it.
Right. Well, that's what it looks like to me.
So what's happening right here? We're heating it up with a torch. I know that.
You got a few surface cracks on it,
Oh,
so I'm just
Nice.
melting those in.
That's from stretching the glass and really squishing it between two pieces of metal. That'll often happen the thinner and thinner you get.
and that's the ultimate perk
I'm
of
ready
that
when you are.
sweet torch we have.
Let it drip over. I don't know how much I want. Well, I've given a real challenge to whoever's doing the next part.
What's happening?
Who's doing the next part with the pipe? Remember the drawing? Do you guys remember
Yeah.
this when we were eating dinner?
We're
and
ready to do.
said,
I know what to do on it, but I'm on the thing. But I could do it if you want.
I don't know who's doing it. I just know I can't do it.
All right. Well, I can do it for sure.
Oh, I remember that part.
Yep. You doing it?
Perfect.
My hands
Ah.
are free, folks. I get to do it. Torch that punty.
No.
Yes.
You want to go flash it and bring it back to me? I want to get this.
Torch the punty right now, would you?
Shout out to Amy, who's here behind the
I
scenes
want you to
today,
flash the
pulling
whole
all the
thing.
orders off the table. Super big help. She's also got Etta hanging out over
Etta.
there.
Oh, yeah. Calm and cozy. But that's right, folks. Another drinkware night on the website. Check it out. glassacademy.com. Beautiful one and doners.
Which pipe is used for that?
Oh, you mean which handle piece to do it?
Yeah.
It's right there.
Is it a
Probably
pipe
we would
or
do
is
it, but I
it-
think it's going to be a little bit big. I think maybe we should go for a smaller one. But we could use that one, the handle tool.
All right. I need that big punny, please.
We're punting it up again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's this thing, no matter how many times I explain something or draw it out, everyone looks at me like I'm still nuts. Look at the drawing. This is the top. That's where the curly Q goes.
I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say.
I'm making the drawing that we all see over there.
The drawing sometimes doesn't always explain what's going on.
But I walked you guys through it, and y'all said, yep. I even showed you handles, walked y'all through it.
So we're gonna flip it back around here. She's gonna finesse up the bottom, and then we're gonna be adding on a super cool decorative handle-like
1 second.
runner.
Work with me a second.
Yep. You're gonna cut it off?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
And so she's heating up that ball that I had put on the tip of that piece in order to
You can
cut
pull
it
towards
right
you.
off so it's back to a flush surface. It's a pretty cool move we don't see often.
Flip.
If you guys have questions about what's going on, let us know in the
Will you
chat.
bring them the handle?
I could bring them the handle. It's getting into that summertime.
All right, I asked Chris to do the handle, or Jake, because it's not something I do.
What color is it?
Clear.
Clear.
Give me 1 second, Jake.
I'm gonna marver it up a little bit to make sure it doesn't all fall off on you.
I don't think we're gonna. It's got to be like
Yes,
real
that's
creamy out of the first.
exactly
You'll get it
what it
hot
is.
again, right?
Do you
Yeah.
remember that, Beth? Jake had a frog like that. They're like wood frogs. They're wooden tools.
Yeah, with the little ridges. Yes.
We're gonna be spinning it
Yep.
halfway through, Jake.
It's got to be a big one.
This is gonna be a tough move. Work the zoom on this one, Matt.
It is going to be a tough move, and so that's why you're giving it a go. Let's see if it can be done.
Stay.
Staying.
If you have
Stay
to
there.
do it too, I don't know. I mean, that's the idea.
Work it, work it.
Robin says, what is this going to be when it's done?
An interpretation of Sam's
Lift up.
laser cut drawing.
But is it just like a sculpture?
We could put a little loop on it. It could be a sculpture that's stand. We could do a wood base for it. It could hang in a window. Very cool.
It is bringing me back to my dreams the other night of a new sun catcher type class.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it would really be possible to get this squished enough to be able to hang in the window like that, but that's pretty darn thin and would hang pretty well. The other thing I was thinking we could do for a sun catcher class is if we had something this thin and even a little smaller than this, we could potentially somehow get holes in it so that we could send people along some ribbon or some other additional pieces to go along with it.
Yeah.
Look good.
So yeah, this point right here can have a knot tied in it or something. I don't like glass loops because then if you break it, you can never use it again. But that was the general idea.
So we're gonna knock it off right there and.
Just torch it and put it away.
Okay.
Beautiful. And is this one for sale?
It can be. I was thinking maybe like, yeah, it can be.
All right.
I want to figure out how to hang it.
So that one will get on the website and we'll have an update for you when that's available.
Want to get a big paddle? And we'll put it on a big paddle.
See? Teardrop, teardrop, squishy, squishy.
We'll put it right
pretty
on this one right here, Jake,
good
on the bench,
interpretation.
and I'll torch it. Put that up on the bench arm. There you go. Facing the other way though.
I'm gonna get a different paddle. Like this?
Yep. All you.
Really
Looking
cool
good.
the way the pink overlapped in there. You could see the inside of the pink and the white. Super cool.
Looking good. Going into the annealing oven. Now, a lot of times you see that wood burning when the piece is sitting on the paddle, guys, but it doesn't affect the piece because that little bit of smoke and char that gets on the glass burns away in the annealing of it. It's just a little bit of carbon from the wood, but it is going to look beautiful. That piece turned out super tight. Nice work, Michelle. Super rendition. I love it, Sam. That's a tasty looking rendition. Nice piece.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Teamwork.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
everybody. So
All right.
there we
we're
go.
all right
All
then.
right.
Next up, this is like the medical cart. Wheel it in, the next decoration.
Looks like you're about to make a funnel.
Jacob Nordine to the gaffer's bench stat.
We busted out the super sifter. Did you make this last year?
I did.
Super nice. Great duct tape job. Gorilla tape.
I really
Branded
like
with
that
the
it's got a
GA
name.
logo. The super sifter. This
Yeah.
thing is a champion piece of equipment. You guys are going to see how it's used here in a minute
There's a gap in the paper.
with this spoon as well.
There's a gap in the paper.
The paper
There's two
gap
colors.
is okay because we don't want to have colors spreading amongst each other.
That's what I wasn't understanding.
Yep, no
I also
frolicking.
wanted to show this off and probably pass it over to Chris to take a look at. This was brought in by Donna. This was not her inspiration piece. However, it is
I think you got to take it out of the wrapper.
a turkey drumstick
Sucker?
sucker.
Does it
I'll let
taste
you
like
figure
I know,
that
that's
out.
what I want to know. Does
Ask
it taste
him.
like turkey fat?
Well, we're going to have to see. I hope we don't. Here we go, folks. I've got it. And I think there is even turkey skin. You know how when you're little and your mom said you didn't scrub your knees and elbows, they started looking like turkey skin? Well,
I don't know that my mom ever said that to me.
Yeah,
Really?
I've never heard that one ever.
well, my mom never said it to me either, everybody. I swear.
Can
But
you
this
put it
has
against
got
the paper?
this has got turkey skin on it, and look, it's even got a little bone right here. And I'm gonna tell you what, you guys. There's the turkey skin. Oops, look how nice and clean my fingers. I want to make sure that I really rub it on there good. Oh, there's the back of the leg. So let's go up here and take it. I'm gonna tell you if it smells like turkey. Oh my gosh, it does smell like turkey.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you guys what I think.
Oh, boy.
Where did she get it? Is
I
my
have
question.
not a clue.
That is got. I feel like I just sat down on Thanksgiving.
Shut up.
I swear.
This is like you went to Willy Wonka's factory.
Oh,
and you had
here
one
comes
of
the
those new
stuffing.
Experimental pieces, yeah.
Here comes the stuffing, Jake.
Stuffing?
Yeah, it tastes like I
Willy
just sat
Wonka?
down on Thanksgiving Day.
It's a turkey leg. You're supposed to be at the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, arr. That's right, folks. Back in the times. This is This is from Thanksgiving flavored.
My mom has confirmed in the comments, Bess, I have definitely never said that to you.
Well,
Well, here's the color I'm going for over here, folks. If you're new to the
Back
show,
glass blowing.
this is glass blowing. And I'm using Bess's inspiration piece, which, Bess, you're going to throw that up on the scrizine?
Got it up there.
So, give us an idea. Tell us about this piece. When did you make it? What's it about?
So it was actually a project I did in high school, so quite a while ago. But we had to pick a tree, and this one I just liked the unique
Spice.
shape of it, and so it was a drawing on paper just with ink. So nothing super special about the tree. I just really liked the shape of it. and the
Just
way
that
it
she
looked,
drew
and
it.
Just
Yeah,
thought I
it's a
drew
pretty
it.
nice tree.
So that's
Oh, you meant the
that.
tree itself, not the drawing of the tree. I see what you're saying.
Do
I mean, that
you-
is a special looking tree, though.
Do you have this tree? Like,
No.
do you have the drawing anymore?
I have the drawing. Yeah, it's actually hanging up at my parents' house. So
Shouts out to the people that love drawing.
I drew a ship for my brother one time I really, really liked. Curious if he still has it.
All right, here comes the introduction of the air. We're going to breathe life into this tree's trunk. And
So
then Matt,
is this a sculptural piece or?
this is going to be a sculptural piece. And Matt and I are going to work on a tech that we worked on before, similar to the mushroom style. And then we're going to add some extra couple tendrils on there, flip it around.
I do want to just add a neutral comment, folks, that I'm feeling a little bit nauseous.
What?
You got turkey head?
I got something going on, but my mouth is super spicy right now. It's actually burning. So probably if she got this at the dollar store, it's got some special chemicals in it. But I'm gonna just, here, Michelle, I'll put a little coat of green on it to make it taste better. You wanna get it?
What if someone else wants to try
Oh, the green glass powder flavor.
Yeah, that'll help for sure.
it? Yeah, what if someone else wanted to try
It's like
it?
fun dip.
Yeah.
Give me a tweezer
Fun dip
pull,
was
Matt.
fun.
I'm gonna show you, Donna, thanks very much, but I'm gonna put this in. It's file it in the under the G.
Check this out, Mom. Let me do one first. Okay.
See, these are mousse because of the pocket base, because of the slug, because of the mushroom. You guys are inspired.
It's looking good. All right. All right.
Teamwork.
So let's get like probably, 3 small ones with a schmack or 2 of the tobacco. So those are our roots. We're gonna add 3 more just for good measure coming up the body here and swirl them up real good.
Was this a reduction color?
No, it's more of like a metallic, or not metallic, like matte finish color. But it's got some root tendency.
So what kind of finish does Matt have?
What
Matt,
kind
can
of finish
comment
do
on that
you
since
have,
you named the
Matt?
color of the piece after you?
K95 type of thing.
K95.
K95 sounds like a dog.
K9.
One thing that I really did like about that piece when I drew it is most of my leaf layers, all of the leaves are connected. I kind of was almost scribbling them on in.
Hot handing it.
Yeah.
Let's do one more of those.
What is it? The Balboa tree? There's a tree from India that
Yeah,
was
that's
in
fine.
Florida. That was pretty amazing that had all these crazy roots. If you watch the show every week, you can see how we build upon things. Jake doing the powder frit. We just did some ugly bases with that color technique. So it gets you thinking in creative ways and you try different techniques. Fun part about the show is it challenges us every week. Most glass blowers do a series of work. You'll spend a couple months making a series, doing a bunch of things, but when we put on the show and every week we're doing something different, there's so much cool stuff happening. Every day is a challenge.
Hmm? Oh, yeah.
And then it's ironic, our warm-up piece was kind of that same like swiggle,
Yeah, true.
but I didn't know you
Kind
were
of got
making
that
this.
figured out. Now we're gonna go for the like a clear foot to like Marie's foot style. What a cool color. It's always an interesting challenge working with nature and the different things that will both look super symmetrical and curled up and natural and beautiful, and then there's certain things that look kind of just rowdy and one of a kind and like gnarled branches. So that's what we're working with here, and I put those on. They laid on really smooth and nice, but I also had to kind of work them a little bit to get them a little bit funky.
How many people on the page are on the Glass Addicts page? There was something on the... Chris, are you on the Glass Addicts page? Okay, good. Whoever did that last post of the slippers, if you know where those can be purchased, it would make a great Father's Day gift.
We don't want all that. That could probably be a punny, Matt, if you're
Do you
probably
know what
already
I'm
doing
talking
that.
about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Bess, do you have access to the Glass Academy Addicts page?
I do.
Bess actually posted the other day.
I did. I posted last night when I got home from my lots of driving road trip, and I was using my glass that was gifted to me by Dave, and I had a seltzer that they discontinued, so I had one left, and I was saving it for a special occasion, and it was feeling right last night, so I cracked it open, poured it in my glass, and I got to sit there and enjoy it, so.
Yeah, and actually, that's perfect because, Dad, would you bust out the super sifter real fast?
What'd you say?
Will you work the super sifter one time?
Yeah. Which color?
The tobacco.
Tobacco Road.
Look at how cool that color, the texture that is.
You ready?
We're going to add a little pow-pow right on there. Oh, yeah.
Look at the way this sifter works.
See, now, if I don't know, you guys put away those molds, I'd like to try that again, what we tried in the beginning, and then pull it out and do some powder in it.
Powderize it?
That thing? Yeah, that warmer-upper you did?
Yeah, you want to try that again?
Oh, that's gnarly. Sure. All right, let's do it.
Make sure the powder, you know how sometimes it doesn't like to. Do you need a bit?
I don't think we got any on the bottom.
I didn't put any powder on the bottom, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Michelle was saying, you guys, that sometimes when you have a powder on the surface of where you're putting the punty on, the glass actually won't adhere to where the powder is at because the powder is so fine that it will heat up and peel off the punty and you'll actually lose the piece, which is not something anybody likes to have happen to their piece.
Losing it?
Nope.
Sometimes you can lose it in not an actual sense of having it break too. You can just lose control of what's going on. And your idea just gets lost and all of a sudden you're like...
You just run down the alley, down behind the building,
you
jump into a puddle of mud.
Yep.
Could get crazy.
That's the worst. That is the worst. So we'll just bust it open.
So he's heating up the top. You want to look at a couple pieces on the table real quick while he's looking at that? Because I got my faves. Some of these pieces are the ones that Jake came up with on this design, you guys, and they are tight. Number 15 is literally one of my favorites. Look at the bottom on this thing and the two different pinks, the opal violet with the gold ruby all blended in together. That is probably one of my favorite. It's just so tight and so clean. I love that. We got a few other ones up here that are pretty tight. Here's the same one with an emerald green and then that granny apple green. And I love how it gets dark on the bottom. But these number 10 and number 15 are both super tasty ones. I don't know if anyone saw number 1 up close. I'll bring it over there and I'll show it right while you're watching Jake work his piece, because Jake made this and it's a tight one. See, so that there's no time for mishaps. Here it is. Look at that sweet little flower on the stem. That is one beauty of a wine glass. That's number 1, you guys, and rightly so, it is number 1.
So we got that opened up. I'm actually going to open it up a hair more, and I might even actually cut some of this a little bit here to give it. It doesn't need to be a perfect flat
Stretch
platform.
it into more canopy style branches going up. I love that. And let me know when you want to turn the bubbleizer on.
I've already shifted one portion of it into go mode.
What is the bubbleizer?
Well, that's a big one.
That's the first one.
You're putting one right in the middle and then cutting that one into branches, or is that a bubble?
I was thinking just doing like 3 like that and then doing some smaller ones on top of it.
I love it. Whatever you want to do, it's your piece. I'm just trying to get a hold of what's happening.
What I love is some place in my water. Is that water there? Cold?
I think 1 will be fine. Let's just keep them hot and keep them riding. Look at that.
Tree trunk special.
And just a nice even bubble is cool. And we're going to drop it on and do a little puffage too, just like we do with the shroomers.
So, thing blown, what is the advantage?
it stays spherical. When you trap the air in there, like the mushrooms, it stays really puffy and bulbous, so that when I go to squish it, it doesn't, and it's a lot lighter too. If we're gonna put, 6 or 7 of these on top of each other, we want it to be nice and good. Let me give that a little neckline, Matt. Thank you. I think this is the perfect size for the first one.
Are all of them going to be the same color?
Yep.
And what color is that? Green?
Green, one schmack of green.
Do you want them back to back? You want Chris
Yep.
to start another one?
He's going to turn on the bubblizer at some point. When he does, stand back.
Watch out, everybody.
The knob is right in my back.
Go for it. I can't reach the back right now.
The piece that Michelle created, which was inspired by Sam's piece, live on the website now. So that is available. I'll get the link posted for you guys in the comments if you were interested in that.
I see, because you're squishing it. Now it's all making sense.
I did make my first mistake there, which is not a big one, but a thing that I would change, which is that I had it facing the wrong way when I...
Where is your drawing to
This is
explain
hard to
this?
explain. I don't have one.
What? And everyone knows what you're doing?
Beautiful.
What?
Oh, this was in my brain.
I needed 5 drawings to explain mine.
Maybe it has something to do with your explanation skills.
Drawing, crops. I don't know.
Watch out, everybody.
Anyone wants to send us die-cut buses? We're accepting them.
Bus applications.
Behind you, Matt.
God, that looks
Double-deckers,
cool. Look at
short
that.
Bus, long bus.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Amtrak? No, that's a train.
I might even be putting them on. Should be putting them on.
That's the right way.
From the
Just
front.
push that down into the center, right? Yeah.
Big folder. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen you make a tree like this before, so it's very interesting to me.
Never have. It's cool.
These challenges are good.
So then we're going to put one more as a third lower tier canopy situation.
We're putting more on?
One more bigger one, and then that'll be the second smaller one next to it. I'll put that one on top of the 2 we already have. If you could do one more like the last size.
Yeah.
There's always...
I think it's looking
Start zoning out
super
a little.
cool.
Yeah,
I can see that thing built all the way up.
I know. Taller and taller.
Behind you, Matt.
Little holiday tree, but different.
I got plenty of heat here, Matt. If you want to just give me a little puff as I neck it down, we can just turn around and put it on. Heads up, Mom.
The texture on the trunk is really cool already.
Yeah, wait till we... Yep, a little bit. Perfect. Take it right away. This guy.
Take that.
Yeah. It's all good. And these are looking really cool without any powder, but I was planning on putting powder on... Sorry, we're swapping around. I'm ready for it. I was planning on putting powder on the bubbles as well. Blow light. Good. I'll just squish it and then we can put it right on. Yep.
Hustle all starts kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's just moving around.
Blow. It's good.
It's like a little balloon kit or something that's looking super cool.
Look at the way the foliage underneath
Yeah.
squishes onto those.
Just better keep an eye on the heat on that all day. More?
Yeah, probably like, I don't know,
13 more?
something like that.
No problem.
No, it shouldn't be that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of don't feel like we're going to be putting powder on the tops. Put powder on the trunk, and that is the gnarly part. The foliage is kind of, you know, green and beautiful.
Do you ever see like cakes where they do stencils to get patterns?
Yeah.
You know, if you had a stencil and then did the powder, you'd have like a makeshift
Sweet.
leaf.
Experiment with.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's looking really cool.
I hear the birds chirping in the background.
I'll take it to your
They're
left,
ready to
Matt.
land.
Sorry to go away from the camera, folks. Just wanted to give Chris the bench. Puff real light. Beautiful. So now I'm going to kind of just squish them progressively less and less and more to the side.
Okay.
I need one flat. Okay. Low light. Good. Maybe just like 2 more might do it.
All right, we have walked away from the chat box, but why don't you guys throw some comments in the chat? What do you think? How's it looking? What's the name for the tree? What style
Little torch
of tree
on that
is it?
punny.
Yep, I'm
Give
working
us
on
some
it.
thumbs up if you like it. Because we do go back after the show. It's a great way for us to understand what you guys are thinking, how the filming's going, if you can see the true piece. Another perk of membership is that you get to
Behind
see
you.
what we call the annealer reveal. In the future, we're going to add these onto the back of the live shows. But if you want to see it in real time, we do those on Thursday. We film them on Thursday, and we send out the video link to all the members.
I did just check on the comments. There's not a lot going on in the comments right now.
That means they're watching.
I've got a wow and I've got a love to see the dance.
All right, here we go.
So,
It is a dance.
Thank you.
Matt works with Jake all the time, so they know each other's timing. They understand the heat of the glass. Chris jumped in to make some bubbles. Jake steps aside so that they can add the next layer.
Light puff. Good. Put this one on and we'll take a look at it, but this could be the last
Watch
one
the
here.
side.
Let me squish it and then go right for those pieces.
Okay.
Blow. Good.
I feel like you gotta have one in the middle, but maybe not. It looks cool.
I don't know. I'm gonna squish. I'm gonna maybe just round it out. We're gonna see. This is totally also making me just fantasize about a cluster of grapes. If these were all in
Kind of
purple.
reminds me of something I seen in the Avatar Museum.
Totally.
Chris, 2 steps either way. Thank you.
Another one?
Yeah, the last one. The round finisher.
It reminds me of like Disney World, the Imagineers, where they come up with the crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like It's a Small World, the props.
Icarus says, I have wanted to see more nature-related stuff get made, so this is awesome. I absolutely love to get to see all the different styles of trees you guys can make.
You think we should put powder on it?
Yeah, I think so. The tobacco.
I was thinking the green.
The green, we can put the green on it to texture it up a little.
So then maybe I go back to my original idea and cut some lines in? No.
I like them just bulging like that. Here comes your necking.
Oh, yeah.
We got Chris on standby with the super sifter.
The SS. The other thing that's going to do is cover up the cut mark on this final one.
You probably melt it in with a torch pretty good.
Yeah, but it's still a blow light. Good. It'll still show because of the color. Especially if I cut it just like that.
If you torch it before you squash it, like I'll torch it before you squash it and then squash it.
I can tell you guys right now, if you have names for the tree, tell us any names you might think of. We try to name our products so they're not just like tree. So what does it represent? You know those sticky buns that have all the layers and they cook together?
There you go.
How many sliders like that?
Ah, the slider tree.
You're gonna get it all like, hot now.
So I put a
The King's Hawaiian buns, yep.
Oh, really? All right, so Matt's talking about his mom making these sliders with Hawaiian buns.
We've got a couple
Next
new
heat.
comments. We've got Jake is a sweetheart champion. Jacob Nordine original. It looks fabulous. It is like something Dr. Seuss would create. Love this tree. A lot of different comments I just kind of read together.
So Jake wanted to be a chef. Look at him maneuver his chef tool.
Buttering it up.
Okay, we're getting ready for the old super sifter, folks.
Comes the SS 3000. And ideally, I'm hoping that this kind of doesn't hit the roundness as much. It kind of falls down into the crevices a little bit too.
Well, if we had, yeah, that
Good
would
call.
work. If we had a fan blowing the opposite way.
It's probably good.
Wow, it looks like a bonsai, a yew plant? Like at Frederick Meyer
A
Garden?
you or you?
No, Y-E-W.
Woohoo! How about a little tobacco GA stamp? Now I gotta be real careful to not overheat this because we got all that pow pow on there.
You going in this tobacco?
No, he could just bring a regular tobacco GA stamp for right to finish off the leg. Well, thanks for the inspiration, Bess.
Of course.
Wow, pretty cool. And who's up after this?
Me.
Ah. There's more to come. 2 hours of live glassblowing entertainment here at the Glass Academy, Dearborn, Michigan, 48124. Tell us your firstborn.
Look at that as the signature. It looks tight.
Great.
Kind of looks like the tree.
We're
from
gloving it
Animal
away.
Kingdom in Disney.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Will you
There's
give a little
something
torchy
like
poo?
Disney-esque. I feel like it's a prop or like going through one of the games or rides.
Look at that with the stamp on the side.
Looks amazing.
That's right, folks. This one will be for sale.
What?
That's
Jake
right.
wants it.
That's right.
It's true. It's the first one, and as much as I don't want to let it go,
Yeah, Why?
I do want to let it go because we've got technology and we documented it,
That's right.
and it's a beautiful thing. Nice punny.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah. This is the final look before you gotta sleep all night, think about it until tomorrow.
It's cool looking. Super nice.
That's pretty tight. It is pretty.
So Jake's gonna be sleeping a little bit nicer
Pretty
tonight,
tight.
folks.
Nice, dude.
So we'll figure that out amongst ourselves here for a moment, and we'll get that thing online for you guys.
We're gonna get it
Carol
right
says,
online.
I can't wait for the annealer reveal. Mary Lou says that's amazing. Jody says this might be my favorite tree. Looks like a jellyfish tree.
It's like a jellyfish tree, and I'm serious. We're gonna make a bundle of grapes here really soon. Whether that's next show, I don't know what it is, but at home I've got a bunch of drink stirs that my mom gave me that she had collected that came from Italy and all over the place, and one of them is a amazing 6-tiered grape cluster, and I was just washing it this morning, and that is a sign that it needs to happen pretty soon.
Should we do some housekeeping?
Yeah, let's do some housekeeping while you guys
All
get
right.
Get
up.
some water.
We have the giveaway piece and one more item, so let's track our time.
Absolutely. So for our giveaway, we've actually got 2 things to give away this week
Oh,
because
yeah.
we're getting up to our monthly drawing. So I'll go ahead and I will give that one away first. So every month we are doing, I'm making sure my mic is on, but I'm pretty sure it is. It is, I'm good. Every month we do a gift card drawing, and that's from a question from our e-news. And so everybody who answers that goes into our monthly drawing, and so we give away a $100 gift card, and that can be used for classes, it can be used for product, whatever you'd like it to be used for. So congratulations to our May winner. The question was, what song always lifts your spirits and why? Share the name of the artist with the music style you like best. The answer says, Happy by Pharrell Williams. It can instantly lift my spirits while I sing and dance along with the song. So congratulations to Linda Jolly.
That is so fun. How can you not hear that song and be excited?
So congratulations, Linda. You will get that gift card emailed to you from Donna or Amy this week. Next is going to be our champagne glass giveaway, and if we can show that off again real quick. Beautiful champagne flute over there. It was made on last week's show. To win our weekly giveaway, all you have to do is answer our weekly question, either that gets sent out in the e-news or when we show it right here live on the show. You'll send your answers to enews@glassacademy.com. So that's how this piece was won. So congratulations to Linny Green. You win the champagne flute. So Linny, you're going to receive an email from either Donna or Amy this week. If you are local, you are more than welcome to come by and pick that up. If not, they're going to figure out some shipping details with you. But congratulations to both Lindy and Linda.
Yeah.
Did you have any other housekeeping to mention, Michelle? I know that our Loyalty League membership is available and open right now. It is only open for a limited amount of time. So if you were thinking about joining the Loyalty League, I have the QR code down in the bottom right corner, somewhere right around here is the QR code.
Oh yeah, it will show up right
Yep,
here.
QR code's right around here. So you guys can go ahead and scan that with your phones, and you can take it straight to the subscription for that. I also have a QR code that's going to show up right around in front of me. That's for our star supporters. That's going to be for our $8 membership, the lower level. It does not give you access to purchasing the warmer upper or things like that, but you do still get some great benefits there. So either way, go ahead and check those out. But Loyalty League is only open for a limited amount of time.
And I like, there's so many other perks that I meant to bring the sheets out here, but you'll read about it when you follow
awesome
the links.
discounts, awesome access to things. You get access to the annealer reveal, which you get to see all of those items come fresh out of the oven.
We're going to do the creature show. If you're in the Loyalty League and the Star supporters, you get first access to that before the public even sees any of it.
Yeah.
So
check it out.
Yeah,
both
pumpkin
levels.
time. I don't know. That's when people jump in. I don't know how, but every show that trash can is like the feature.
It is. It's always right
it's
there.
always there. But it's never there during the week. All right, we are family owned and operated since 2001. I think Chris is ready for the piece. Let me just go over real quick. Those are all your players. Shout out to Ellery. She did this awesome board. Did we have a custom order, Jake? No? All right. Artist choice is what we're doing tonight. And are we doing the piece or the giveaway?
What do we got coming up next, Chris?
We have my inspirational piece. We have my inspirational piece.
Are you ready?
I've been working on it the whole time nonstop. I was just putting away everybody's color that they forgot to put away. Michelle, this is my inspirational piece.
Very beautiful.
And Amy, did
That
you
was
make
my
this?
second choice right there.
She made this and she used an AI-generated weaving mechanism to make it happen.
She's laughing.
Make sure your fingers are
I
clean.
mean, of course, the back isn't
Don't paw it up.
my muddy paws
Yeah,
right
green screen.
here we're talking about, folks.
Oh,
But
boy.
I'm going to do a mug that's going to have a bumblebee stuck in the side like it flew up and landed on the side of the mug. It's going to be super cool. So I'll leave this right here for Michelle to pan back and forth onto.
So this
Is
the
this,
bar. Skip it.
Is this an ad mid-show?
Yeah. That's pretty bizarre.
During a live video?
That's what it looks like, Jake.
I don't know, folks, but when those ads pop up, you better show them who's boss.
Just let them know.
You let them know.
Too funny. Could I pass this to you for a minute?
Yeah, this is one of the few shows that we actually have a higher
please.
following on YouTube
Oh, the
than
white I don't need
Facebook,
out.
ladies and gentlefolk. It's a really great thing.
Stephanie asked how much we ended up raising for the charity. We are still tallying that up. The show is open for a week, so that table from last week just closed today. So Amy and Donna are tallying that. We should have the answer for you next week.
All right. And we do want to spend a little bit of time. You got to give us a little bit of extra mojo time so we could draw up our nice little check, our faux check to bring out on the show, and to do it in a good way and make sure we got all our ducks and eggs in an order.
I was going to mention that the tree is now available, but as soon as Amy put it up, it sold. So
Wow.
both, Michelle's piece inspired by Sam are sold, and your piece inspired by my piece are sold.
Can you give me the first letter of the first name of that person?
It might be the same person for both, and it might be a W.
Well, that was just a really beautiful piece, and that person that you are out there that got it, and those of you that may have attempted to get it and went online and checked it out, I'm really proud of that one, and really proud of what we just did there to make that happen.
But I could do the cactus tonight.
Is there one?
And just be ready, there's going to be more action coming. So Matt is whipping up some black color on top of this gather, and if you had to make one guess, what might this be
Why?
used
What's good?
for, folks? This black color. That's coat 3 of 100? 4? Okay. Okay. I said okay.
Making the bumblebee right now.
Surprise! Yellow and black, it's the bumblebee.
You got it.
Oh, that's satisfying. This is really interesting here, folks. I'm not going to stir it up, but when you're working with powders, we've talked about it before, you always got to be really, see that, even just from me lightly doing that, you see that dust come up like that. So when we were over there, Matt was holding that with his cloth underneath the tree, Chris was sifting it. We were all holding our breath in that moment. And if we go to do a power run of these, or when we do our Van Gogh pumpkins and various other really cool powder-coated products, we take them over to our powder coating station, which is deep back there in between the two furnaces. Tough to see, I know, I'm sorry. But we definitely want to make sure that we're taking care of our health in here. Super important. I was going to ask Chris, and I'll do it through the show on live television if we don't have to talk through it all right now, Dad, but I'm potentially thinking about it being about time to fire up that middle furnace as we start to shut down our clear furnace on the right for multiple reasons. We've mentioned we're getting new furnaces and they're not as back-ordered anymore, so that's coming up soon, hopefully this next month. No guarantees. But also, let's see if I probably shouldn't do it on a hot day, but I'd love to go and zoom into the furnace and show you guys that we do have a crack in the pot that's growing wider and wider. And for the first time ever, we've got really planned ahead on our production schedule. And Matt's been making product and Oliver's been making product, and we've been really we've been working pretty hard throughout the summer here, and we've been flying through glass. And we're rolling through bags, and we're charging multiple times a week, refilling the furnaces. And when we're losing glass out the back side of that tank,
I'll take a.
I was gonna say it looks like a bee, and then I remembered the inspiration piece had
Let's
a
put
bee
some,
on it.
there we
legs
go.
on it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, black legs. You'll bring me a couple small black bits like the size. I'll probably get 2 of them off that one you brought me before. 2 coats is plenty.
We're flying through glass, folks, and so it's about time we might get that third one fired up. We got our 2 new ones coming here hopefully soon. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And did anybody see the video that was posted to our members of back in 2020 when we were live streaming? Well, I can put it out into the universe, but I know it's going to take a minute or two for you guys to type back. So that awkward
he's
silence was
walking
me
away.
remembering that
There was no
that's the
awkward
case.
silence. Did you expect the computer to start talking
Fine.
to you? All right, somewhere there is a bird chirping in here. It's pretty crazy.
We found him. I know where he's at.
Is he in here or is
Who?
he
Nope.
outside?
He's outside.
A bee?
Bird.
Yeah.
No, the bird that's chirping.
I got birds in my garage.
Yeah, you might want to get rid of those.
Okay,
I
heat that up
guess.
for me.
I mean, it's nice until like they're
You even
flying
putting
around.
wings on this thing.
We met a guy this weekend who's a beekeeper, and he
You want
casts
a torch?
bees in silver. Although he wasn't very successful. He was a hobbyist. He was learning. You know, he's like, this one, the wing fell off.
Oh, I see.
But you got to start somewhere. All in
Same
good
one on that
time. So we have
Ready
one
for ya?
final piece after this, right? The giveaway.
It's true. Yep, it's true.
Are you doing the giveaway?
Sure.
I think you talked about a shield. It would be nice to have that shield. So when I zoom in, I don't see flip-flops.
Guys talking about my flip-flops?
I know exactly what you're talking about. And here is that glass from the
All right,
very
I'm going to
beginning
take
of
a
the
couple
show.
white bits.
It only cracked at the very bottom.
I'll take them off of 1 bit if you heat them up that same way.
where it touched the ground, but you can
This
see how
is-
beautiful that color is.
The perfect, like that would be perfect for an ugly vase.
It would be. It
You know
would
what
be.
I mean? Like it's happened during the show. It's a beautiful color.
Yep. I know exactly what you
1
are
coat will
saying.
be good.
All right, if you're new to the show, welcome. There's some people that are talkative on the show. If you are from a different country or a different state, let us know in the chat where you're from. It's fun to see all the different countries that watch
Stay.
our show. I love when I
Okay,
get
I'll need another one.
a message and
Yeah.
I don't know the language and I have to use the translation. There's also a time difference, so sometimes a lot of people will watch in the replays because you might be sleeping right now. I've got 2 of my sisters actually in Hungary right now, and they are sleeping.
a seriously designed bee here. Look at the work he's put into this. It's got legs. Must know the anatomy of a bee pretty well.
Linda commented and said, Carrie, just let me know that I won the $100 certificate. I was late tuning in. Rest assured that $100 will not last long. Thank you so much.
That's funny.
Incredible.
It's kinda fun.
Congratulations, Linda.
Yeah, we like doing those contests. They're funny, silly things that everyone can throw in their 2 cents. They don't cost anything, and it gets you to share your voice with the Glass Academy. It's fun to see what your hobbies and interests are. We know glass blowing is one of them. You'll know the guys went from hockey season, now they're starting to talk about golf.
Oh, hockey's not done. We got the Rangers about to go to Pound Town tonight.
Pound Town?
That's right.
What does that mean?
New York.
What pound cake? What does New York mean?
It means that the Rangers, the hockey team, are about to give the business to the team that they're playing, which is the Florida Panthers.
They're going to give them business like they're going to buy cars or things from their stores.
We're going to show them who's
All right,
boss.
Matt.
We're
How
going
about
to
a
show them
little
who's
punt?
boss. That's
Matt,
right.
I'll take a little punny.
Guys, I got to say, for having all one and done products on the table, never before seen on the website, I'm surprised at what's still available over there, including this one.
They're intrigued by watching the show. I like how you put this right in front of the bee.
That's
Tasty.
a really nice glass.
The color's ridiculous, and it's encased, so it's magnified. It's super perfectly weighted. Simple, clear, functional handle. That's number 6, folks. GlassAcademy.com.
You know the items stay live all week.
They stay live all week. That's
Straight
true,
on,
as
there you
long
go,
as they're
right
still
there.
available. They're one and done, and we ship out a lot of glass. So if you're from out of town, you know you can get that sent anywhere in the U.S., and you can reach out to us if you're interested in international shipping. Isn't that right?
Yep,
Absolutely.
we test it and then get back with you.
Okay.
So Chris just punted that up on the stinger of the bee, and now he's got it flipped around. He's going to go for the head
You take a couple black
with a little
tiny
bit fluffy
bits.
of a flame, I might say. Want a little more oxygen on that? And this is where things, especially with these extremities, kind of like the branches and the foliage on the bottom of that tree there, you got to be really careful and not get too pinpoint focused on what you're working on, and focus on the whole entirety of the piece as well.
I remember there was a time
Garage
when
isn't
Chris-
off, right? This is going in the garage, right? Or you can babysit it if it's off.
There was
Okay.
a time when Chris bought white gloves for everyone to wear. And if we were handling the glass, we had to wear the white gloves. Because we just know how dirty our hands get. All right, quiet in the shop. You can tell that Chris is thinking, Jake is thinking.
Heat that up.
As a reminder, our giveaway question for the week is, what book or audiobook have you read that changed your world? So you're going to send your answer for that to enews@glassacademy.com. Our question last week that was for the giveaway was, what
Nope.
fashion statement or style would you bring back?
Well, all right. I don't think we're gonna be able to get them on there.
The Sunday one was, what song lifts your spirits and why? Yep.
Nice.
Your song, book, fashion. We're gonna have to dig deep for some
That's some
questions
serious
next
thumb
month.
functionality.
All right, so this is gonna go in the garage. Maybe keep it on the punty in there.
I'll keep an eye on it over there. It's still firing up, but it was still at like 800.
Cool. Well, we got time to do a quick one.
That guy's sweet. Did we even show this off to the camera up close?
Nope.
We got a good look at it, or no, Mom?
Give it a flash on the punty and show them.
Can we get a good look at this bee before I stick it in the garage?
Just we're gonna hang on to it.
There's some motion.
He's cute.
Make
It's
him
super
fly.
cute.
There you So it's going on what type of piece?
I was gonna put it on a mug because it was isn't it a drinkware night?
Faux show.
Everybody's real talkative tonight.
I do
Well,
wonder if people aren't getting notifications like we were talking about because it was set up as an event on the FB. If anybody noticed anything different about Facebook, let us know in the chat, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you switched over to YouTube, whether you're, if you're not there,
Well, you know what? If
We
you
understand.
subscribe to YouTube, I get a notification.
yeah.
So what we haven't been saying to people is subscribe to the channel. And we only do this show once a week. It's not like you're going to get undated with things.
Well, Facebook, it could be an AI thing.
Or not. Jake seems to think there's a jinx on it.
Interesting.
I was thinking last week, you had good luck finding someone for your Comcast issues. I want to find someone high up in the Apple stores that can suggest something to get our camera through the the summer.
I want to find the algorithm worker bee.
Yeah, but you know what? That doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
People think they're going to do it, but I don't think it exists.
What
Not-
about all the people that are viral influencers for a living? Those influencers
You think they cracked
pay
the
somebody
algorithm?
to work their algorithm. Absolutely, and they do it in a very pointed way. That's all they do. And we
Right,
do, we
but
run a
what do
whole
we
business
do?
over here.
We run
and
a couple businesses.
we run like 10 businesses.
Well, then we need to decide what we want to do. Do we want to just be an influencer? Or
Oh, we want to
go
do it
glass?
all. Because we love talking to you guys, and we love going to the Ren Fair, and we love teaching classes, and we're going to love serving drinks here soon. We're trying to do it all, and we got an amazing team to do it. But that's why we put those things out into the universe. Because if some sort of algorithmic champion was watching our show right now and wanted to send us a tip or two, what are you going to do? Yeah.
So I got a nice gather on this, folks, to have a nice thick bottom. I want to make sure it's thick on the bottom and coming up to the sides.
You
Looking
say it was
pretty
going to be
cool.
thick? That's what I heard.
All right, couple dates you guys need to put on your calendar. If you're a loyalty league or a star supporter,
Remember,
June 9th is a date you want on your calendar. That's when our creature show is going to go live for you guys. That's the 9th. So the 11th is when we're going to do our creature show on Facebook.
woohoo!
We've got snails and gnomes and sheeps.
And they're all
and
specialized.
slugs. Yeah, they have something special in them. Some have silver leaf, some have sparkle glass, some have interesting shapes, smaller, bigger, different attachments to them. So that is June 11th show, so coming up 2 weeks. And then the 15 and 16 that weekend, if you're local, come on in the gallery. You're going to be able to see them in person. While they'll be listed on the website, it's always nice to see them in person.
Below.
Another date you want to have on your calendar is Customer Appreciation. It's the second weekend in July,
Good.
after 4th of July weekend. So you don't have to worry about being on vacation. We got you covered. We're going to have some samples, some seconds, some one and dones. And then when you come in the door, you get to reach into the goodie basket and pick a percentage coupon. You might win a class. We have bubble tea. Going to be all kinds of fun things. After customer appreciation, that's July. August starts Renaissance. 7 weekends, Michigan Renaissance Festival. Many of our customers watch. They wait every year to see us then because the Renaissance Festival is an hour away from us, and some of them come 2-3 hours to the Renaissance Fair.
Keep going. Keep
Got
going.
a great lineup. We're gonna do a nice display in the booth that's kind of new.
It's a nice tall shape right there.
Go for a paddle on the bottom. We'll squash it down. And the B is going to be the handle of the mug. We're going to stick it right on, and it's going to be how you hold on to it to drink out of it.
Oh, cool. What colors do we got on the bottom here? Yellow and black?
Black and yellow as well.
Nice.
So coming from the hive.
Going for a squash and cabbage here. 3-team job. Matt's going to hold the air in the pipe. I'm going to squish the bottom. Chris is going to squish the sides.
Good.
Instant flames.
I always love watching this part.
Okay, again.
Is it like instant oatmeal?
Yeah. Really similar.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Tight and crispy.
All
Why
right,
are
how
so
about a
many
punte?
Of our analogies like food, crispy. Like
Because
crispy
glass blowing is
chicken.
just like cooking in the kitchen. It's a beautiful shape, beautiful proportions. And I think Chris is kind of modeling it off of what we got going on over here to show you guys the process of getting that color pattern done. So again, I'll show you guys same thing he's got on the pipe right here. He's got that beautiful thickness of clear down here and a beautiful spotted pattern of black and yellow, Bumblebee black and yellow. That beautiful pink one, number 15, made with gold.
We're using a staple gun or something? Somebody's using a staple gun over here. How's the Bumblebee looking? Good? All right. Nice little body of the mug. Now, I don't know if you guys heard me say that earlier, but the Bumblebee's actually going to be the handle of the mug, so you hold on to the Bumblebee. And Jake's got that on the garage over there, inside of the garage, staying at about 1,000 degrees.
That clear moil is what's left over on the pipe, and that's really honestly super important. The price of glass is going up, and we buy it at a certain price to get it pre-melted so that we don't, talk about the
Well,
cost of glass earlier, we don't melt a powder, a sandy powder.
It's on the-
into furnace. We don't throw it in there. We melt down already pre-melted chunks called color. So that way we don't have to worry about us smelling it, sniffing it, and having all that in our bodies. It's a really important thing, but the price of glass is really going up, so it's more important for us to separate our clear more than ever, our color in one spot, and then we obviously have our recycle tank and use that as much as we can.
So a lot of people have been talking about those costs going up. So have you raised the prices of classes or products lately?
Not necessarily raised anything. In fact, we've even made a couple products in a more affordable price range to make more quantity. But it also raises and brings up a very interesting point which is being discussed on Glass Academy Addicts. Well, you guys missed all of that somehow.
Looks pretty good though. We got ourselves a little Guinness bulge. All right, now we're going to take that Bumblebee and get it nice and hot on the left side there, man. stick them on the side, you guys.
So is Jake bringing a stick 'em bit or no?
No, we're gonna just torch them and stick them on.
Okay.
So he's gonna get them hot and flash them and bring them over, and then I'll heat them up, and we'll trade up on the bench. Go right into the glory hole now when you come over.
Bumblebee is solid, correct?
It is.
Yeah, so it takes a minute to warm it up.
Turn that on the angle, would you? No other way. Go that way. There you go. Don't cross over my pipe. Stay right there.
How cute.
Yeah.
Don't move. Just set it down. Take that. Take it. Nice work there, Matt. Nice work there, Matt.
The bee being on the glass kind of reminds me of when I was a kid sitting on my parents' deck in the summer after like a long day in the pool and eating something. And the bees would just try to land on your cup or land on your fork and your
true.
Matt says your fruit or your watermelon and just be super annoying.
This would be really cute with flowers in it too.
It would.
Well,
Nice cool night here in Michigan. Feels really good not to be dying of sweat.
Everybody says so cute, adorable, very fun Bumblebee mug.
Heck yeah.
All right, we have crossed the threshold of making the giveaway piece, so that is okay. That just means we pick something from our collection or we make something during the week and you'll see it next week. Still have time to enter that. You will have all week. If you're on our mailing list, you'll get some information about the Loyalty League, all the perks and benefits it has. This membership is only open for 1 week, so we'll talk about it on next week's show. And that'll be closed for another 3 months.
What a beautiful glass.
4 months.
That's about as classy and tasty as it gets.
we got to put the GA on there, guys. We know we're not going to forget that, but this thing is pretty sweet looking. The Bumblebee mug. Letting it fall right on center. We got the Bumblebee handle.
I do have that giveaway question up on the screen for you guys down at the bottom. One more time, it's what book or audiobook have you read that changed your world? And you're going to send your answers to enews@glassacademy.com.
Do you notice that it's not doing it now?
This is not the giveaway, John. This was just a piece inspired by Amy's beautiful embroidery work. It looks like we are running out of time to be able to make the giveaway, so the giveaway will be a surprise to
everybody. Do me a favor and bring me a clear bit. I'm going to put a leaner so it doesn't lean. I got a stinky
Stinky what?
or other. I'm going to need a bigger bit than that. One more gather over that. I'm putting a bit on this because I feel like the bee could be heavy to one side. So it might want to be leaning towards the back. So if I put a big clear bit down here like a water droplet, that's beautiful. It will stop the glass from wanting to fall. one way or the other. It'll be a balancer. That's what I call it.
That's a super important and a super wise foresight, if you will.
We've got a couple puns in the chat. Mary Lou says it's almost time to buzz away.
Ah!
Sharon says that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
I think that guy's looking pretty good.
The Bowie mode. Look at that set down. Call that the elevated
As
tag.
a reminder, I'll mention one more time, we do have some openings and some classes this weekend. If you
Oh,
are
yeah.
looking for something to do, looking for something to do with your friends and family, or even just by yourself, people come in by themselves all the time. Saturday and Sunday we have openings. Saturday is our meditation globe class. We've got 3 different time slots for that. And Sunday we've got our mushroom class. We've got 2 different time slots still open for that.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't met the
You
crew
use the claw to
before,
put 'em
this
away?
particular weekend we got Saturday and we got Matt and Oliver working on Saturday. So if you wanted to fill one of those spots, you get to go kick it with those guys over the weekend. And Sunday I'll be working with Brendan, who he's going to be on a show later in the month, next month. You guys will get to meet our CCS college student who's doing an incredible job working here at the studio. He's a glass major. He's actually not. He's an interdisciplinary arts major. And you guys will have a chance to get to hear a little bit about him. And he's working with us on the weekends as well, which is super cool. Strong
Watch
grab
the
mats
CD on
over to
Saturday.
box number 4.
Would you call that a mug kickstand?
Yeah, rally stand?
Yeah,
Wheelie stand?
that's what it was. A wheelie bar.
Wheelie bar.
How'd it sit in there? Nice?
All right.
Love it.
Not an inch.
That is a beaut, folks.
So is number 8.
Well, that one will be coming up shortly. I don't know how the timing works, but it'll be for sale as well.
Yep. Keep a look at the website, folks.
Items are up all week.
All week long. Next week, we're going to have for you the numbers from our charity show last week. This was our Artistic Liberation show. Next week, we're going to ask our members once again, or next month, to send in some content. We're going to pick and choose from wherever it comes from and make something really cool, inspired by something really cool. But next week is the first of the month, correct?
Yes.
We got a goblet show coming up. I know what we got featured on the table, but I'm not going to give you that yet. It's going to be a really good one. Has something to do with something nice and small and
Do you
really
want to
cool.
leave us swinging from the tubes?
Swinging from the tubes,
They're not
folks.
tubes, but what are they?
From
Rings.
the tubes.
We're going to sign it off. It's been a beautiful show. It's been a beautiful day. We appreciate you all. Is that it?
That's it.
And the Bumblebee is on the website, folks. Have a beautiful, beautiful night.
No flips or turns or anything.
No. Should I get up there one time?
You could try it. Hey, did it!
That's the best I got.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.